Frick it. Listening to other music right for now. You know, we'll not need some levels. I have a plan. First things first, I'm gonna finish up the rest of my quests. I'll get Ant Agony first. I have no idea how you're supposed to traverse through this place without V3. Oh man, one more time. Honestly, it's not that bad. It fits rather well. Hey, look, I'm even autoing it like I used to do most of the time. Hey, speaking of leveling up, Umag, there it is. I really just want her to be level 25, that should be good enough. 26 would be nice too, if I could. If I remember correctly, the place the quest wants me to go should be somewhere around here. It's in one of these walls. Yo. And the floor expands. Thanks to a side quest. Holy moly! You're gonna burn, alright. I guess I forgot to put in. Too early to be celebrating victory. should've got the chase fire. I'm an idiot. Oh gosh. Yep. And down. Nope. I think V3 should be in the back. Shit. Let's run. I just realized this is the credits song. Oh, she doesn't. Alma doesn't have chase bar yet. Should be fine. wasn't Overlord Ball, but I guess she's still a pretty cool final boss. What is that? Okay, thank you for giving me time to prepare. I'm gonna go heal first. No way.
Away.
still has 1 point. I guess we'll get Katon, Hyoton, and Raiton. Let's boogie, bitch. Whoa. Look at her. She might summon reinforcements. I have a feeling that's gonna be a gimmick she does. She's so goddamn tanky, what the hell? Huh.
Losing our minds. Absolutely losing it. It would be largely the way that it has been, with just, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, I'm crying, this is incredible. We would have reacted that way regardless. But this? What? Yes? What is this? is this? This is basically a remake, okay? I guess technically
Yeah,
you
they
can't
are.
call it like a full top to bottom remake, you know, with like all new code or whatever. It looks like they probably are using a lot of the old code and you know, the locations and just like the bones are probably original. I'm actually usually pretty darn like persnickety about the definitions. Some things are clearly just remasters, but people call them a remake. I don't really like that. Sometimes you might say a remake is something where they literally built it from the ground up. They probably didn't here. However, the next best thing that I still basically call a remake, they've redone all the assets. Every single individual visual asset has been redone. It's been modernized. It's been made to look shiny and beautiful. There's a new lighting engine. Everything about it has been remade. It's like Metroid Prime Remastered. They didn't need to remake the whole thing. That's completely unnecessary. You just remake all of the visuals. So, like, for all intents and purposes, this is a remake. It's everything that I could want in a re-release of Thousand Year Door. You know, they remade everything that mattered and left in all the stuff that did not need to be changed. Also, have you seen this game? Again, just like Metroid Prime Remastered, they went so far above and beyond. So far. The very concept of a Thousand Year Door remake in the style of modern Paper Mario, you know, the Color Splash and Origami King, just with their incredible, like, paper craft visuals and all that, modern graphics, that sentence, that idea, that concept, impossible. Felt impossible. It was such a pipe dream. Oh my gosh, can you imagine if they remade the originals, but they looked like this? It's so silly that you say it in conversation with your friends, but you don't really expect it. You don't expect it. I'm not going on here putting it on my wish list. Oh, I really hope they do this, but in this style, it's too specific. I'm just hoping that they're going to release the game at all, in any form, whatever it is. I'm too busy focusing on its very existence. I can't even dream about it looking
I'm
like
dead.
this. Have you seen this game? They could have just given us the game. They just given us the game. But they did this. It's perfect. It's completely faithful to the original, but looks so much better. Every single aspect of it is just, it's the Metroid, it's the same thing. It's just better. It's the way that I remember it in my head, but just like enhanced and shinier and amazing. They say enhanced visuals in the Direct. They're selling their own game very short. This looks incredible. And you know what? I will say, I replayed the original Paper Mario recently, and it really made me just understand how I would say that the original Paper Mario's overall style is just a lot stronger and a lot more like, I don't know, like thematically cohesive or something. You know, it's got that storybook thing. It's kind of a storybook, it's kind of a stage play. And Thousand Year Door definitely has better graphics, and it definitely leans more into the whole stage play thing. But a lot more of it loses that storybook idea. It looks less like paper characters. It's got a lot of like papery elements, but in a lot of ways it just kind of looks like just better graphics. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I still love the look of it, but it was less unique than the original. It just had less of like a really strong, cohesive, like thematic visual aesthetic. But this is like fixing that. This is taking all of it and turning it into that papercraft world. Like, obviously I complain when paper is like too much of a focus, but I do like that this is a world made of like paper and cardboard and stuff. And this is doing that. It's taking the original Thousand Year Door and like bringing it up to today's Paper Mario standards. Look, this actually is a little paper world. It's not just a bunch of assets that happen to be flat. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. The end result, it's perfect. It's perfected. They're taking something that was so great and they're shining it up and they're making it just, it's everything I could want. It's literally everything I could want. It's all of it. But you know what? I do have one more thing I haven't mentioned yet. One more thing. One more reason why this doesn't make sense. My Thousand Year Door. Why is that the game? Why is that the game they chose to remake? I mean, I personally believe this was the right choice, but anyone could argue that the original Paper Mario way more deserves a full-blown remake. I mean, come on. It's an N64 game. It has the most to gain from a remake. And, like, it's the first game. You know, it's a very foundational thing. Oh, my gosh, the very first Paper Mario full remake. It makes all the sense in the world. And I always imagined that if we got a remake of anything, it would be the original Paper Mario. But, like, I don't know, what about Super Paper Mario? That is the first Paper Mario game that just went off the rails and was like, you know what? Paper Mario shouldn't just be a turn-based RPG. It should be something different. So if anything, Super Paper Mario might better encapsulate what Nintendo feels about Mario and Paper Mario now. It's heavier on the story and the characters, but at least like gameplay-wise, it's weird. They could have gone with that one. Heck, they could have redone Sticker Star. Why not? 3DS remasters, it's a thing now. Luigi's Mansion 2, give it the Luigi's Mansion 2 Sticker Star, it sold a good amount. It sold pretty darn well, it sold some millions. Why not that one? They chose Thousand Year Door. They chose that one specifically. And here's the thing, sometimes, often, it feels like Nintendo does not listen. It feels like Nintendo does not really care what the vocal minority wants. You know, they like to give us what they want us to want. They do what they want to do, and they go deal with it. That often happens. But I cannot help but look at this situation. I just can't help but look at this and just notice. They went for Thousand Year Door. They seem to have specifically picked the one that the most people crying out for. The one with the most passionate fan base. Lots of people like lots of different Paper Marios. I know Super Paper Mario's got loads of fans, but to me, nothing beat Thousand Year Door. The fan outcry for some sort of re-release of Thousand Year Door, that was always the strongest and the loudest. That just happens to be one they chose to remake. And I can't look into it too much. You can't look at any one single thing that Nintendo does and glean some massive thing from it. You gotta just take things as they come. But I can't help but look at this and just wish. You know what I mean? They didn't have to remake Thousand Year Door. They didn't have to. But they did. They did. This was the last thing. You know that? This was the last thing that the Switch could do for me. The Switch has made so many of my dreams come true. But Paper Mario was always my yeah, but you know, like I got the Pikmin, I got the Metroid, I got the Sandbox Mario. But Paper Mario was always that one little thing that was like, well, you can't win them all, you know? And sure, this ain't a full, brand new game in the style of the old games. That would be ideal, but you know what? I'll take it. I will take it. I've been talking about how much I love this game for so long. Just so long. And previously, the only way to play it was to hunt down a $150 copy or whatever, or like emulate it, you know? Get Dolphin Emulator and play it that way. And not everybody wants to do either of those things. A lot of people would rather just, you know, like play it on a system that is convenient and nearby. And now it's happening. People are going to have easy access to Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door. Not only that, but a beautiful, redone version that is like totally up to modern standards. It's surreal. It's just surreal. Yep. This was a good day. This was a really good day. I'm happy. I feel at peace. I feel peaceful on the inside. Like everything's gonna turn out alright. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope that a lot of you are as pleased and at peace as I am. And also just thank you for sharing and all this
Well, shit.
with me. You know, just
That
over
works
the
out better
years,
in my
you
head.
know, Nintendo Directs, they're so much fun, and all the hype and all the predictions and stuff, and making videos about them, and just everyone getting together and just being excited about a thing. It's really special. So just thank you. Thank you for being a part of all this with me. It's really, really fun. You'll have a good day.
I forgot about the TP. Limits, rather. Okay, they aren't that hard, but at the same time, that XP gain is not enough. Holy shit, that's a massive increase in the everything. I think they're my best bet at gaining level quickly though. Let's go murder their entire species. And I'll just use arms.
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here. Do you have a best friend who is there for you 24/7, 365? Sorry, that's not really good enough. If your friend truly had your back, they would be there for you 24.000067365.2421,891. Also, George Washington was born on February 22nd, 1732. At least, that's what we're told. However, his family Bible says he was born on February 11th, 1731.
Ah, shit, I forgot about the limits again. Whatever.
Which is it, Mr. I cannot tell a lie? Oh, don't even ask about 1752. In Russia, 1752 looked pretty normal, but check out what the British Empire was up to that year. Nothing really out of the ordinary, except Ember. The second was followed by the 14th. Were 11 days just deleted? Where'd they go? What happened then? It is time to question time and how the Earth moves. Reconciling both of these things has led to some pretty strange things. We all love time-lapse videos of the stars moving across the sky. But really, we are the ones who are moving, tumbling through the universe on a giant wet rock vehicle called Earth with a windshield called the sky. As viewed from above the North Pole, we spin counterclockwise. West chases east. I always remember this by thinking of the US as a weird, mane-headed animal with Texas, Florida legs running forward. But we don't just spin. We also revolve around the sun on a plane tilted 23.4 degrees relative to our spin. It's kind of nauseating at this scale. But from this perspective, you can see that the sun rising and setting is just the Earth pointing you towards and then away from the sun. This motion causes your sunrise, your noon, the moment when the sun is highest in your sky, before your sunset. To more closely investigate this movement, let's talk about meridians. You are on one at this very moment. Your meridian is just a line from where you are right now, straight towards the north and south poles. It's a line of longitude, as opposed to the horizontal lines that lay flat when north or south is up, that we call latitude. Or actually, latitude. The sun is highest in the sky to you, your noon, when your meridian is pointed right at the sun. A cool thing happens at this moment. All shadows around you point directly towards one of Earth's poles, unless you're on the subsolar point. The subsolar point is the point on Earth's surface directly below the sun. It's always somewhere. You can check its current location online, links as always in the description. On the subsolar point, shadows fall straight down, so they can easily be disappear. Twice a year, the subsolar point crosses over Hawaii, the only place in the US where it hits land. And when it does, it is called Lahaina Nu, meaning cool sun. Straight vertical objects look unnatural during this brief time, like they don't belong, as if they were photoshopped in without regard for reality. In Honolulu, a sculpture by Isamu Noguchi called Skygate casts a twisted shadow all day, every day, except during Lahaina Nu, when its shadow is a perfect circle. You may not live in a place where the sun ever appears directly overhead, but once every Earth rotation, the subsolar point falls somewhere on your meridian, making it noon for you. The technical name for this noon for you is local apparent solar noon. The clock on your wrist and the clock on your phone don't tell you your local apparent solar time, because long ago we realized that if every meridian had its own time, a person just a few kilometers away,
Why is this
seeing
invasion so
different
damn
shadows
high?
than you did, would disagree with you on what time it was. So towns adopted their own time. Now later on, this trick was standardized and time zones as we know them today came about. But that's not all we didn't like about shadow-based sundial time. To explore deeper, we have to begin by asking, what's a day? I mean, obviously it's just the time it takes the Earth to turn around once, right? But according to what? Everything else in space is moving in some way too. The universe doesn't include a convenient sheet of graph paper at absolute rest we can trace paths on. The best we can do on that front is to look at very, very far, far, far away stars. So far away, like distant features of the landscape out the window of a moving car, they barely move, as Earth does. Now to them, a meridian on Earth completes a trip around about once every 23.9 hours. This is called a sidereal day. Sidereal means pertaining to the stars. Even though the sidereal day seems pretty clear, it's not what our calendars and clocks are based on, because there's a nearer star whose position relative to us has a bigger effect on our lives. The sun. Looking down on the North Pole at Earth's counterclockwise spin, the Earth also moves counterclockwise around the sun. After a sidereal day, the Earth has moved a bit along its orbit, so some more rotation is required for the same meridian to point back towards the sun again. This longer definition of one rotation is what the modern calendar and clock is based on. It is called the solar day. But here's the thing. Exactly how long the Earth has to rotate to complete a solar day changes day to day. Our clocks are just based on the average amount of time this takes. So, throughout the year, they fall ahead and behind the sun. This is a solograph, a picture of the sun's path across the sky every single day. If our clocks actually told us local apparent solar time, if you took a picture of the sky every day at noon, you should get a line of suns. But this is what really happens. Over the course of a year, it will appear as though your clock is running slow, and then fast, and then slow again, and then fast again. This problem was known since at least ancient times, even if its cause wasn't. In order to reconcile the two, the equation of time was constructed. In this sense, equation means to reconcile. The equation of time was applied to what a clock said in order to compute the real time, the solar time a sundial would show. Now, some fancy clocks, called equation clocks, were made that would do
they're way
this
too
for
hard.
you. But eventually, we gave up.
Surrender
We just
idea.
said, no, the real time isn't what the sun says, it's what our inventions say. Now, this transition was a big one. It was humanity growing up. It was like the first time you realize you're stronger than your parents. We realized our timepieces were more regular and turned our backs on the timepieces
This is an interesting
nature
team,
had.
however.
But what causes this disagreement in the first place? As it turns
I'm
out,
gonna try using
the
ES
answer
a little bit more.
revolves way the Earth revolves around the Sun. If the equator faced the Sun all the time and the Earth always orbited at the same speed, the subsolar point would just stay right there on the equator throughout the year, and the amount of extra time spent rotating the Earth needed to do to finish a solar day
And may
would
RQ,
always
why
be the
not?
same. But those two things aren't the case. First of all, the Earth's orbit is slightly elliptical, so its speed varies throughout the year. When it's moving around the Sun faster, around the beginning of January, the amount of extra turning time needed to complete the solar day is longer than when it's further away from the Sun and moving more slowly. There's more. Because the Earth is tilted, the subsolar point is dragged throughout the year in a circle around Earth that's not the equator, so it changes direction, moving northeast, then leveling out, going southeast, before leveling out, going northeast again. During times of the year when the subsolar point is being dragged by Earth's orbit mostly east, it gains against Earth's spin faster. More time is required for the day to finish. Now, by coincidence, we are alive at a time when both of these phenomena lengthen and shorten days at roughly the same time. So they add up, making September 18th almost a minute shorter than the longest day of the year, December 22nd. For northern hemispherians, December has the shortest periods of daylight, but the whole solar day, from sunrise to sunrise, is for everyone on Earth the longest of the year on December 22nd. People at the north just spend most of it in darkness. Earth's tilt, it doesn't just affect how long a day is, it also affects how long a year is. This is because the Earth's tilt is what causes the seasons. For the half of the Earth tilted towards the Sun, the same amount of solar radiation is spread across less space than it is on the other half, so there's more heat energy laid down
We
for
try
the
Aegis
area.
Defense.
This causes what we call summer and winter for the other half.
If it lasts
The
more
amount
than
of
one
time
turn, that would be
one of these
amazing.
seasonal orientations of the Earth to its occurrence again is called a solar year,
Game changing
or
even.
a tropical year. It's a very useful way to define a year because it contains every single season exactly, since it's based on the very orientations that cause them. But the problem is this: the number of solar days that occur in a solar year is not a whole number. It's almost 365. But after that many solar days, about a quarter of a day more happens before the solar year starts again. This makes designing a calendar more like designing a calendar. If your calendar only ever has 365 days in a year, over time, those dates will drift from the seasonal positions they used to occur during. Unless, this extra quarter of a turn adds up to a full day after 4 years. See, March 1st is coming a day too soon now, so if we just delay March by adding an extra day at the end of February, every 4 years, a leap day, we're back on track. Leap days do not add days to your life. You're still going to live the same number of them. They just change what we call them. But really, who cares about being 1 day earlier every 4 years? I mean, 1 day isn't much, you hardly notice it. But over time, well, if America's founders had declared not only independence from Britain, but also from leap days, and abolished them from happening, today, 240 years later, their calendar would be a full 2 months ahead of Earth's position, putting America's coldest winter days in April and its hottest summer days in October. Adding a day every 4 years is what the famous Julian calendar does. Introduced in 46 BC by Julius Caesar, it was the de facto standardized Western calendar for a very long time, more than a millennium. But it's not perfect. Look closely. Leap days actually move the calendar just slightly too far each time, because I lied. 365 and a quarter solar days don't occur within one solar year. The real number is slightly less and fluctuates year to year based on long-term changes to Earth and the Sun's movements, which means adding one day every 4 years is just 18 sequences too many.
Experts want expertly crafted.
Is just 18 sequences too many. By 1582, Julian calendar dates were 10 days behind the seasons compared to where they used to be. That's not bad. 10 days in more than a millennium and a half? But the Catholic Church cared because they wanted Easter to occur exactly when it used to centuries ago. Astronomers at the time realized that if leap days pushed the calendar too far behind the seasons, we would just need to celebrate fewer of them to fix the problem. Specifically, we would need 3 fewer leap days every 4 centuries. The rule they wrote to achieve this stated that every 4 years would continue to be a leap year, except if it was divisible by 100, unless it was also evenly divisible by 400. This removes 3 every 400 years. On October 4th, Pope Gregory XIII introduced this new calendar. It took his name, the Gregorian calendar. He also undid the drift that had occurred since the early days of the Julian and declared on October 4th that tomorrow would be October 15th. October 5th to the 14th never happened in 1582 in countries that listened to the Pope. It took the rest of the world centuries to hop on board. England and its colonies, like the soon-to-be United States of America, adopted the Gregorian in September of 1752, by which point their Julian dates were off from the seasons by 11 days.
I have
hence
thought they
disappearing
found
of
the
the
Deep
third
City Solar,
13th.
but it's only
When
you.
adopted,
Come
the
to
first
stop
of the
me,
year
eh?
was also moved from March to January 1st. This explains
I
why
haven't
George
mentioned it, but in
Washington's
truth,
birthday
the Senators
has
and I
two
knew all about what
answers.
goes on down here.
Although more
We
closely
knew yet we
hitched to
still
the
sent
seasons than the
explorers
Julian,
into the
the
labyrinth
Gregorian calendar still is
in search of the Deep City. It was all in anticipation of this day. The princess is at the center of it all. The Senators and I fought so long, all for her sake. Listen well, Eerie Eye. You do not know the truth of this matter, or who your real enemy is. Go to Armorode. Listen to the Princess and the Senators, and the truth will come to light. Decide for yourselves what is true and what is worth fighting for. It can only come from you. If you understand, then go. Oh, okay. Guess we're being forced to do this. Dang it, if I had known, I would have actually done that a little earlier. Sorry about that pause, but sensitive information was being shared and I possibly couldn't record that. Yeah. You know, who are my strongest? What if I made a team consisting only of my strongest? Vale. Teosra. Alma. V3. And either Mara or Luvobi. Alma has 2 points.
How's the Deep City? I sent Kujira to investigate it as well as what lies beyond. If you're here, I assume you've spoken with him? Wait here. The princess was around a moment ago, saying she was feeling better now. Greetings, everyone. I heard you saw to it that my letter arrived safely. Thank you for that. As a result, Armor Road's explorers and some of her citizens have been able to enter the Deep City. I hear that you yourselves have freely traveled between here and the Deep City. As you've accomplished so much, I must reveal some of what we have kept veiled thus far. I will tell you the reason for the schism between Armor Road and the Deep City, the very truth. Once you know the hidden history of Armor Road, I would like you to reconsider your path.
Here we go then. Lore dump again.
Thank you. Then let me tell you the truth behind the calamity these 100 years ago. Before the calamity, Armor Road had a guardian god known as Yggdrasil. That tree in the center of our city was no ordinary tree, but a highly intelligent entity. In return for its knowledge, the tree demanded that we humans wage war against its enemies. These enemies are the spawn and dominions of evil, the Deep Ones.
These are all info I actually already know so far.
Armor Road's king learned that this evil is a threat not only to Yggdrasil but to mankind. That legendary king from 100 years ago, Saithraid, decided he must take up arms against the evil. He sunk a portion of Armorode as well as Yggdrasil to the ocean floor to continue the fight there. All happened just as Yggdrasil said it would, and that was the calamity. Was the king justified in his actions? I have had my doubts. I've tried several methods to deal with it in my own way. I'm sorry. It seems all this talking has exhausted me. Please ask Flodia to tell you the rest.
My, that was rather long-winded. I bet you're tired out listening to it. But the princess is right. We have our doubts on what Master Seyfried did. Was it the best solution? Is there an evil threatening mankind? Then mankind must band together to fight it. That's what Princess and I think. And that's why I'm using Kujira to find the Deep Ones. If we can defeat them, as well as whatever evil leads them, there will be no need for the Deep City. That's why I want you to go find Kujira and back him up. And tell that king in the Deep City we intend to fight the Deep Ones, so don't get in our way. Okay. I agree. This whole secrecy thing is bullshit. I ain't a fan of secrets in the first place. This team also happens to be the most well-equipped one I have. Almost the most well-equipped one I have. So glad V3 is one of my highest levels. Stop targeting Alma. Dang it. Clean. Yeah, holy crap. And with the exception of Ia being replaced for Alma, this is a really strong team. I thought I told you to go back to Armorode and listen to what the princess has to say, and decide on your own course of action from there. But I just did? Excuse you? I thought I'd asked you to halt any intruders, but what business brings you here today? Yeah, I haven't been doing a good job of doing that. That's cause, you have come to deliver a response from Armorode. Very well. Air it for all to hear. Hey, so, this is a free country. Y'all are free to do whatever you want. I know I don't need anyone to tell. I know that doesn't need to be said, but there. Slay the Deep Ones and their master with man's strength alone. They understand nothing. I have told you before, the evil feeds on human emotion, thereby increasing its own strength. The fewer who know it exists, the better for all. Those fighting it must have tremendous courage. You will not find such courage in the explorers of Armorode. I charge you with stopping this mad plan. Do you really think so? I've met the people here. I'm not that special. There's this drunk guy. Although he always asks me to pay him to buy him drinks, he's giving me information I otherwise would not have gotten. There's this freaky guild I know who really like their tents, and they're very powerful because they know how useful safety is. And let's not forget the wacky group of the ninja and the zodiac. They can carry their own weight, I'd say, even if they are just a two-man team, surprisingly. Alright, so I wonder if that's enough. Oh, that approaches. I thought Veil would have been rendered useless Now that subclassing into a monk was now a viable strategy. But frankly, she's still powerful, still worthy of being a main character. I really like the sound of the gun sound. The pachow! Sounds very powerful. These overheat level 9. Wow. Let's keep getting that night boost. Traveling at night is the best. Although it does kind of suck that it's kind of hard to tell the difference between day and night. Oh yeah, the limits. I should be setting those. Okay, charge tactic. Spoken with the princess, then. Now you understand the true goals of Her Highness. And I assume you've also spoken with those in the Deep City. They have their own desires. You are at a crossroads. I shall remain faithful to the princess. Where will your loyalties lie? Oh God. I was only gonna play for 1.5 hours, but... How many times does this make it now? I'm never gonna explore floor 11. Interesting. Agility, huh? How novel. Another flame gun. Okay, I want those guns. I want those weapons. I don't have any more details for you. If you want to cooperate with us, accept the mission. So, apparently the game does have multiple endings, and there is one true ending. But I'm playing with just my own choices for now, and I've even avoided the walkthrough because that tells you the choices you need to do to get to the... even if it means getting stuck. Welcome back. I have another favor to ask of you. Olympia has discovered what these intruders are about. They hope to proceed into a deeper stratum. The Senatus would say that the Deep Ones are their enemy, and have no intention of turning on us. But I have told you already the reasons why this will end in disaster. End this foolishness. I bet. Okay, I think 150 is the maximum cost. Alright, first things first. I'll have this as 6. Athlon instead of Alma. And that can still work. Athlon gives way more versatility for physical, which is useful to have. I don't know. I have raw damage in spades, and it's not like this team's lacking in damage types. I have 1 slashing, 1 strike, and 2 piercings. And then 1 in charge of magic. And everyone's capable of dealing any type of elemental damage they technically want. With Mara around.
Perfect.
Alright, this will only
Its
take a while,
difference
I hope.
causes dates to become 1 day off from the seasons every 3,216 years. Other calendars have been proposed, like the one stand-up maths calculator that drifts off even more slowly. This video is a great watch, by the way. But enough of all of this. Let's sit back and enjoy Earth's movement without trying to divide it up and name it. As a caveat, keep in mind that Earth's oceans and liquid insides and other celestial bodies are always pulling and tugging and sloshing around, minutely changing Earth's movements. Their effect is measurable, but difficult to notice at big scales and also don't look like much in the short term. Short, like the length of a human life. Looking from above the North Pole, the equator spins counterclockwise at about 1670 kilometers per hour. Relative to the Sun, Earth orbits counterclockwise at 108,000 kilometers per hour, along a path tilted 23.4 degrees to its spin. Within our local neighborhood of stars, our entire solar system is drifting 70,000 kilometers per hour, roughly in the direction of the bright star Vega in the constellation of Lyra. And our solar system is part of a giant galaxy called the Milky Way. On a plane tilted about 60 degrees, approximately like the windshield of a car, looking from above Earth's North Pole, our entire solar system races clockwise around the galactic center at about 792,000 kilometers per hour. Our whole galaxy
Seems
is
there's a
also
proper
moving
rhythm
through
to
the
make sure the
universe.
dialogue goes as
We
quickly
know
as
this
possible.
because when the universe was very young, it was so hot, electrons and protons jumped around, and photons of light scattered constantly. They couldn't travel very far before scattering again, so the universe was opaque. But then, around 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the universe
Now
cooled
let's just
just
go to the next
enough
floor.
for electrons and protons to form hydrogen. Suddenly, abruptly, photons decoupled from this obstacle course and could travel relatively unencumbered. The universe became transparent to light. And since that moment, those early photons have been propagating through
I
space.
believe in humanity.
Every day, ancient photons
Unlike those
that last
stupid deep
scattered
sea
off this
folk who
opaque
resorted
log at
to
the
their
moment of
AI to do all the
right
work for them.
from where Earth currently is, reach us. They are part of the cosmic microwave background radiation. It is visible in every direction. Microwave because although they used to be more energetic, the universe's expansion has redshifted them. Now some parts of this radiation are more redshifted than others because of our own movement through the universe. Controlling for the movements we've already talked about, relative to this infinite, cooling baby picture of the universe, the first and oldest detectable light, we are headed, riding along in the Milky Way, in the direction that the constellations of
Alright,
Leo
I came
and
up with an
Virgo
idea.
are to us, at a speed of 2.1 million kilometers per hour, towards a thing we don't fully understand yet, simply called the Great Attractor. This is how you, on Earth's surface, are moving through the universe aboard Spaceship Earth.
I can only
Okay.
have 15 items
Now-
with me.
Stop. This is roughly 100 years of Earth's movement through space. This path we've traced, from where we began here, is the path you will take through the universe in your lifetime. You didn't buy a ticket for this ride. Your parents signed you up without asking. But nonetheless, it is quite literally the ride of your life. And as always, thanks for watching. It is now time for a major Vsauce announcement. You know how for the last couple of years we've released a holiday box? Well, introducing the Curiosity Box by Vsauce. We created this thing as a quarterly box. This comes to you 4 times a year, and it comes packed with amazing, exclusive Vsauce merchandise and incredible geeky toys picked by myself, Kevin, and Jake. Plus, as always, a portion of the proceeds from this box goes to funding Alzheimer's research. You can get your own by subscribing at thecuriositybox.com. I'm incredibly proud of this. Go check it out. And as always, thanks for watching.
And in the downtime, rather than wasting money at the inn, I shall simply set sail.
All of these subscriptions can really add up.
Ah, right. I've chosen my side. We'd best let the princess give you this mission's details herself. Wait here. I was only just informed. Thank you very much for your assistance with our request. However, what you have now undertaken will not be easy. Well then, I will explain this mission afresh. Below the city, currently under investigation, the Deep Ones and a greater evil lie in wait. However, in order to reach that point, one must first overcome a sentry placed by the Deep City. Kujira's report makes mention of the Gatekeeper, an artificial warrior created by the Deep City. We would like you to slay this mechanical sentry and open a path to the Deep One's undersea shrine. As I said, this will not be easy, but it is the only recourse left to us. I beg you to give this task your all and to return safely home to Armor Road. So it's just in the next floor.
Oh, what is it? 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 What is it gonna be? Oh. What? 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 What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No! It's a remake! It's what is this? This is a full. This is a. That's not even a remaster. It's a remake. What are you? What are you what? This is not real. This is not real. This is not real. This is not real. This is fake! This is a fan thing! This is imaginary! This isn't a thing. No! I'm watching a fan video! It came up after the direct ended! Why would it be a remake? But they could have just... They could have just... It sounded like a part... But even the part doesn't make any sense! Because why would they do that on the Oyata Paper Mario? But they did a remake! It's a remake. They remade it! Look at it! Look at it! I don't understand what's happening! I can't. I'm having a hard time processing this. I have to go. I have to think about this. I have the data, the information. It's coming into my brain, and it's bumping up against the. It's having a hard time integrating with reality. I got it. My phone is blowing up. My phone is blowing up right now. That doesn't. I have to stop. I'm gonna turn off the thing. Turn off the microphone. And I'm gonna make videos. Yeah. Yep. Yes. That's the next course of action. That's what my body is physically going to do next. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to walk.
Hell yeah.
Walk over here. Walk over to the microphone. I'm going to
You know, with that time, may as well do one more.
And I am going to lay down button. And I'm going to press it.
Just gotta walk around a bit. Boom. Magic. Fuck. Wow, that was lucky. Ah? I wish Ariadne thread was at the top. So annoying. Call back the main party. Fire cannon goes to you. Bolt gun can be transferred. I mean, the ocean gun, I'll sell it. I'm never gonna get more materials for it. Straight up just better. Fuck it. I'll play for 30 more minutes. What's up with the stormy storms? Really? Fuck off. Rocket. Rocket engine is free, so I really should just use it. I have so many healers in this team, it's not even funny. What an annoying group. Whoa! How much of a boost do we get? Why does it not start off at 100? It's actually really annoying. Ether Mastery is a Zodiac unique skill, and unique skills aren't actually prerequisites for unlocking anything in the skill tree, which makes enough sense. Otherwise, some classes will literally be unable to unlock some skills that they already couldn't to begin with. I don't think her healing needs to improve, so yeah, let's get Ether Mastery. I kind of want to try getting Etheric. I kind of want to try getting Singularity again.
Right, we're finally moving on. Alright. Shit. Whoa. I can just walk on lava, how nice. It leads up. Maybe we'll unlock some sort of ability to cross the lava.
Hatched immediately, what the heck? Why does she not have reinforce? Oh, at least I have it now. Another one of these. Why? Why? I shall end things there.